With two Hall of Famers, Doris Burke and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce, our reporter. So the Timberwolves win the tip. Here's Russell. Left side, Edwards. Lets it fly from 18. Here's Towns. Lays it up and banks it in. Well, these two teams tonight, they are loaded with young talent. Doris, the future looks bright.
Well, they're loaded with young talent, and it is fearless talent. These are squads that are going to be tremendous to watch for the next several years. Tonight could be a preview of the next generation of stars to come.
Now here's Russell. Pass to Gobert. Now Towns. And it's going to be a 3-second call. Here's Doncic. It's Martin on the wing. Doncic outside. And Doncic with the jam.
I'll tell you this, Luka Doncic will never turn down an opportunity to finish at the rim. He's elite and loves those opportunities. That's how you share the rock. He does this time and time again.
It's clear Charlotte has the pieces in place to make noise in the league for years to come.
Yeah, no question, B.A. They got one of the best young rosters in the NBA. And they're balanced. They play tremendous team basketball. Fun to watch.
Now here's Towns. Shot on the wing. Offensive rebound. It's Edwards on the wing. The three. On target from range.
You know, outstanding start. You've made 3 of your first 4.
Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Right now trying to get into a rhythm, but so far this quarter, boy, he is struggling to make anything go down.
And there's the call on Cody Martin. That's his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Edwards. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a three-point play.
Boy, when you look at Anthony Edwards' frame, it is pro-ready right now. That upper body strength, the ability to play through contact, the N1, yes, sir. What we know about Anthony Edwards, he had a terrific rookie campaign, but he got better in his second season, both as an individual and as a teammate, guys.
Towns with the ball. Martin picks him up. The shot by Towns, no good. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Here's Doncic. And once again, off the mark by Charlotte. Well, what stood out the most in Edwards' second season, Doris, his commitment on the defensive end.
Exactly right, B.A., because he asked the coaching staff almost on a nightly basis to guard the opposition's best player. And though they didn't always give him that assignment, you have to admire his pursuit. This guy wants to become one of the top two-way players in the league.
And you look at the intangibles of Luka Doncic. He has some of the best court awareness in the league, and that shows up most with his passing and body control.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Timberwolves.
Ever since this game started, they've been attacking on the inside, looking for ways to bust up the defense and get high percentage looks.
Yeah, what an excellent display of passing in the early stages of this game. A good deal of their points coming directly off quality passes.
Towns double team. Reed with it. Picked up by Plumlee. Here's Towns. He hits it just before the shot clock expires. Towns has got 6. And the way Doncic can feel the defenders around him speaks to his great court sense, Grant.
No question. And the elite footwork he has makes the most of it. I mean, one of the best at shielding defenders with his body. It's really how he can navigate through a defense with ease.
Here's Doncic. Oh, and Reed with a block. And they're able to recover.
Perfect timing on that rejection. Boy, Towns really improving on the defensive end.
Yeah, we're not used to seeing him get bottled up like that. Wow.
Now here's Doncic. Doncic is doubled. The three from Washington. Hits a three-pointer.
This guy has been elite as a passer since he entered the league. He takes pride in making the guys around him better.
Pass to Towns. Reed with it. The three is up. Plumlee pulls down the board. Now Doncic. To the inside. There's the steal. And Edwards slams it in.
They've been very effective so far. A balanced attack at its best.
On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
Doncic with it. Pass to Washington. Doncic on the wing. Here's Martin. And a double-digit lead on the scoreboard as we end the first quarter of play. Timberwolves ahead, up by 10.
7. The Timberwolves. 17.
Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from the Timberwolves?
With their offense clicking on all cylinders, they own that first quarter.
That's exactly the start you want. You take complete command. Now you've got to maintain that focus.
Well, the Timberwolves struck gold by getting the #1 pick in the 2015 and 2020 NBA draft.
You are so right, B.A. Selecting Karl Anthony Towns and Anthony Edwards, respectively. Two important players that have already had a tremendous impact on this team.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, Brian. Well, Luka Doncic, an all-star from his second season, and every year he's one of the favorites for MVP. But Luka says, quote, I still haven't won anything, so I've got a long way to go. Brian, if you didn't catch it, team success is the metric. He says the key is to win a championship.
Well, he certainly gives him a chance to do just that, Allie. Thank you. Jones, his shot is good.
Well, Dennis Smith Jr. is so good at pick-and-roll situations, understanding how to pass around the defender.
Pass to Towns. Reed for three. Gets the three to fall. Reed's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Smith with it. He's picked up by Edwards. Back to Smith. It's McDaniels on the wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Charlotte needs to get one up in a hurry. And that one hits the back iron. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Pass to Towns. Here's Reed. Drives to the hoop. The shot, no good. Jones with some nice D. Here's McDaniels. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
Well, just tremendous awareness from Dennis Smith Jr. Recognizing a teammate is open. Let me make the game easy for him.
Shot's good by Towns. Towns has got 8. You know, the point forward is an archetype that by now fans are familiar with. Grant, you were one of the OGs at the point forward. How's that position evolved in your mind?
Well, it's evolved because so many players today have the skill set to be a point forward. Before me, there were guys like Paul Pressey and Scottie Pippen in the 80s and early 90s. But as I said, players today, the skill level is so elite. And with this positionless basketball that we're in, you must have a point forward or two on your team to be successful.
Pass to McDaniels. Oh, a nice one-handed slam right there.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
Here are your honeybees.
1:57 left in the second period. Cuts off the pass. Here's Doncic. Doesn't go for him. Now Minnesota takes it the other way.
We have learned in a very brief period of time that there is absolutely nothing on a basketball court that Luka Doncic can't do. He is no doubt amongst the very big-time superstars in this league.
And how about Luka Doncic? I mean, how remarkable, Doris.
BA, his numbers are insane when you consider how young he is. In his career, averaging more than 25 points, over 8 boards, and over 7 assists. Not many players contribute in every aspect of the game like Luka.
First team foul.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's Doncic. And Doncic hammers it home.
Are you serious? That is some power from a point guard.
Oh, I love backcourt players with some ups.
We know versatility is huge in this game. Just a tremendous job finishing that play. Wow.
Anderson gets the bucket.
Anderson.
That'll drive your coach crazy, failing to box out. Ugh.
And to me, this is a common theme that's running through the league right now. Guys looking to leak out rather than box out.
Back to Doncic. Washington up top. Pass to Doncic. Shot clock at 6. This one for 3. No good. The Timberwolves go the other way with it. Outside, Anderson. Reed. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. And it's an 11-point Timberwolves lead.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
And they doubled up Doncic. Stolen by Reed. Pass to Noel. It's stolen by Washington. Now the Hornets moving it up. Here's Doncic. Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now.
Luka Doncic has already established himself as a perennial candidate for MVP. He controls the game with the basketball in his hands. He is an incredible driver, and he makes the game easy for the guys around him.
And Minnesota calls time here.
Timberwolves timeout called. Show some love for your honeybees fans.
Doncic hits them both.
An efficient night from the line. This is a guy who puts in the work, and it pays dividends.
Here's McLaughlin. Here's Reed. And it's in! Oh! Nails the buzzer beater! Are you kidding?
Makes his selection just in time. Well done.
Well, finishing quarter strong. Every coach preaches it. Nice work.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. A nice shot by Doncic.
Don't give Luka any airspace, especially when he's handling the rock, because this guy's always a threat in the pull-up game.
Down low. Here's Noel. And it's blocked by Martin. Here's Doncic. Plumlee. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
The effort, the position, the timing, all there.
And add instincts to that. He can sense where the rebound's going to go. Reed sets a screen. A slam dunk by Reed.
Not the tallest center in the league. He more than makes up for it with those crazy hops. And in trading for Rudy Gobert, the Timberwolves taking a Twin Towers approach with 2 7-footers in their front court. Of course, the outstanding shooting of Karl Anthony Towns means that spacing shouldn't be much of a concern.
Pass to Edwards. It's stolen by Washington. And it's the Hornets on the break. Here's Doncic. And that one's good. Doncic has got 4 points this quarter.
Good, solid start to the half, hitting 3 out of 4.
Outside Russell. Out to the right wing. Towns for 3. Offensive rebound, Timberwolves. Here's Gobert. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
I'll tell you, with Rudy Gobert on the floor, you have got to find him and keep him off the glass because he can be a force.
Here's Doncic.
Even on the years he's not winning Defensive Player of the Year, Rudy Gobert finds a way to finish in the top 3. This is one of the most consistent, elite defenders in the game.
Doncic hits them both. Minnesota in the lead. Outside Russell to the middle. Here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Well, Anthony Edwards came into the league with a reputation as a scorer. He is starting to hum a little bit right here.
Endorsed with Gobert, it still feels like he doesn't get the credit he deserves.
And BA, at this point, I find that inexcusable. You just watch the game and understand the metrics to see the massive impact that Rudy Gobert has on winning. It is not only on the defensive end either.
Towns down low. Double team on Towns. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call.
Good call.
And it's the Hornets ball. They trail by 7. It's off to Boston after this one, where they will face the Celtics. And that'll be their only game on the road before heading back home. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That's his first foul of the game. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. And it's Doncic on the drive. And it's Washington missing. Right side Russell. Here's Towns. And it's Towns with the power finish.
Assisted.
Well, the more repetition he gets, the more floor awareness you develop. D'Angelo Russell showing a desire to get his teammates involved.
Out of bounds as Charlotte keeps possession. So for the Hornets.
Ball. Substitution on the court.
1:53 left to play in the third quarter. Here's Nunn. And the layup falls. Nunn's got his first points of the night.
After a poor offensive first half, some nice adjustments made by this staff, and their shooting percentage is climbing.
Now here's Edwards. He's got 15. Pass to Russell. Beyond the arc. Second chance shot. Gobert with the bucket.
More points coming from inside. In that respect, they've been the more aggressive team.
Smith into the lane. The kick out to Nunn. Oh, wow. Drew the contact, and that 3 almost went in. So he'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
Hey, nice work attracting the foul from deep. He'll shoot 3. You know, guys, there's one thing that may have hurt the Hornets the past few seasons. A lack of playoff experience among their core players.
And he nails the third. And of the Hornets' top 5 scorers last season, 3 have never been to the playoffs.
And BA, that can be tough when the pressure's on. They've gotten blown out in play-in games each of the last 2 seasons. But with all their talent, they should be in the postseason soon enough.
Smith outside. Pass to Dedmon. Smith inside. Here's Jones. Just 5 to shoot. Again, the miss by the Hornets.
And they're doing strong work on the glass. A +5 advantage for them.
Time called here. The Timberwolves decide to talk it over. And here are the Timberwolves. They've led by as many as 11. Here's Gobert. Gobert is doubled. The Hornets pull it in. 20 seconds left in the third. Smith outside. Pass to Dedmon. Banked it in off the glass. Dedmon's got his second bucket of the night.
When it's this close, every bucket matters. You need good looks.
And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Timberwolves ahead. They lead by 6. And we're just moments away.
The Timberwolves.
3 tense quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the 4th. And here's Russell. Pass to Prince. It's stolen by Oubre. Stolen by Reed. Fast break, Minnesota. Now here's Towns. Plumlee pulls down the board. Doncic outside. Stolen by Russell. And here we go, the Timberwolves on the run. Towns with the ball. Now Doncic defending. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Well, one thing you learn about Anthony Edwards, he does not lack for confidence. He wants to become the best to ever do it, and he believes he can.
And both free throws good for Edwards. And you see the ambition for greatness in Edwards. But, Grant, is he willing to do the work?
Well, B.A., think about this. He's a quick study. He listens to his coaches with curiosity, and he's driven to achieve the goals they set for him. Yeah, I think he can.
All right, a look at how the hustle game has been going for Minnesota.
You have to be a fan of the energy they've played with on the defensive end. Active hands and feet, and it's come up big a few times for them.
I think it's also important we have to acknowledge how many scoring opportunities they've created from their spectacular defense, getting a bunch of points off turnovers.
Outside for Russell. Clock at 6. Here's Towns. What a terrific move that is. And it's a 12-point Timberwolves lead.
You can see it. Once this guy gets his rhythm, he is so hard to slow down. What an excellent night for him and his team.
Pass to Martin. Back to Doncic. Oubre on the wing. Oh, it's stolen by Towns. Here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Karl Anthony Towns, as a big man, is a tremendously solid passer, willing to move the basketball.
Doncic outside. Will it go? That one no good. Now Minnesota takes it the other way. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter.
Well, defenses are content to give up the mid-range, right? It's not the high percentage restricted area or the 3. You can see they're prepared to give up that shot.
Doncic is doubled. Pass to Martin. Back to Doncic. 6 to shoot. And there's the foul. It's on D'Angelo Russell. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Doncic on the wing. And it's good for 2.
Well, the ability to work around the defense and get himself free for a shot despite being in the paint. That is a beautiful play by Luka.
They grab their own miss. Goes back up. And too long on the shot.
Just a cold shooting night. Needs to try to make it into the basket.
And here's Oubre from the arc. That one doesn't drop. The Timberwolves go the other way with it. Reed sets a screen. Here's Towns. Towns can't get that one to fall.
I don't know if he's tired or what, but he is definitely holding back a little bit, and he has to step his game up right now.
Slam dunk by Plumlee.
Oh, nice feed. On time and on target.
Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Right side Edwards. Lets it go from deep. Another miss by Minnesota. Pass to Washington. Back to Doncic. Doncic is doubled. And here's Oubre from the arc. Reed with the rebound.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
Now the Hornets moving it up.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
And the Hornets with possession here. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth. Right side Edwards. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. There's 39 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Washington outside. Back to Doncic. And they doubled up Doncic. Pass to Martin. Doncic outside. 6 on the shot clock. And they recover it. And they doubled up Doncic. Three-pointer. And Washington good for 3.
Boy, that's just great passing out of the double team. They had him bottled up, but he manages to create an easy basket out of all that pressure.
So we see the Timberwolves get the win here.
With the ball
Welcome. Good evening. We welcome you to our Monday night broadcast of the NBA here on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here along with analysts Greg Anthony and Steve Smith. And we'll be hearing from DA along the sideline all game long. Last outing for Minnesota, the loss to Denver. Van Vliet with it. Now defended by Gobert. They double team Siakam. Shot clock at 6. And here's Van Vliet from the arc. And so it's Towns with it. He brings it up for Minnesota. And a deep roster for the Raptors. But Smitty, do they have the star power, the star talent to win big?
Well, they have Scotty Barnes. He was last season's Rookie of the Year. His growth will be key. But with Fred VanVleet and Pascal Siakam, all-star caliber players, Toronto's not shy on talent, Kevin.
Barnes can't get it to go. Outside, Russell. It's Edwards on the wing. Mr. Gobert. And stolen by Siakam. And here we go. Van Vliet heading to the hoop.
Gary Trent Jr., his teammate, was so open, he could have passed it with his eyes closed.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thank you. I had a chance to talk with head coach Nick Nurse. He said he honestly doesn't know what to expect. This is the first meeting between these two teams this year, so there'll be some feeling out at the beginning. But he told me sometimes that's when we're at our best, and we're relying on our instincts and awareness at the offensive end. Kevin, we'll see if that holds true.
David, thanks. We appreciate the information. Guys, what do you think about their emphasis on shooting coming in?
Listen, if you can get really good shot quality, being efficient, I think they can be successful with that strategy.
They have to be patient and a willingness to make the next pass when the shot isn't there.
Trent with it. Guarded now by Prince. Barnes can't get it to go.
I mean, he's staying aggressive, trying to regain his touch. But right now, he's hurting the team.
stolen by Barnes. Fast break Toronto. Here's Anunoby. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
OG's a tricky cover. Has strength, has quickness, and just still learning the game.
Smitty, OG Anunoby from the UK has had a nice impact on the game.
And he said he wants to grow the game in England. OG's hoping to open up some paths to the NBA for young players from the UK.
Pass to Gobert. Back to Russell. Timeout called first of the game for Minnesota.
And one of the biggest stories of the summer was Rudy Gobert being traded. He gets a fresh start with the Timberwolves.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. 6 on the shot clock. Gobert fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Rudy Gobert not content to just take the foul, used his size to follow through for the bucket.
The Timberwolves secured a spot in the playoffs last season, Greg, and we enjoyed it after they got that emotional win in the play-in game in the Twin Cities over the Clippers. What a night.
And Kevin, you can tell it meant a lot to the players. This is a team that has struggled for so long, and by getting to the playoffs, this is a step in the right direction.
Here's Barnes after D'Angelo Russell's bucket. Top of the key, Siakam. Drops in the layup for 2.
Physicality is no problem for Siakam. He pushes off the contact and gets it to go.
To the middle. It's tipped and stolen by Barnes. Here's Van Vliet. And they cash in right away with the quick shot. Van Vliet's got his second basket of the game. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for the Raptors?
The way they've been going after steals in this game, it has been super impressive. They are wreaking havoc right now.
And guys, they've also done a great job generating offense from their defense, forcing turnovers and making the defense pay for those mistakes.
Pass to Gobert. Siakam pulls it in.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
The shot's good. Barnes has got 6.
Showing the grit, Scotty Barnes holds his own in the paint.
And boy, that looked like goaltending. Yes, it is, and so they will award the basket there.
Yeah, that's a tough call for the refs to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
Over to the left wing. Pass to Achua. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Good decision from Chris Boucher, wanting to get his teammates involved.
Towns down low. And denied. He sends it right off the glass.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
What an outstanding defender. Gobert's combination, in my opinion, of size and length is tough to match up against.
Here's Banton. Here's Achua. Plays it up off the glass.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through 1. It's the Raptors.
The Raptors, 18.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. What do you guys think about the Raptors here in this one?
I mean, offensively, I thought they did a good job of protecting the ball. And defensively, boy, were they disruptive.
Winning the turnover battle here early on, and you see that reflected in the score.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thanks, guys. A busy few years for Nick Nurse. In 2019, he helped lead the Raptors to the title, and he was the 2020 Coach of the Year. He says, it means a lot to me that this city and this country loves this team so much, and we can go out there and give them something to be proud of. Of course, Kevin, he's been a key part of that success. Back to you.
Maybe the single most important part of their success, D.A. Thank you so much. Both teams will make substitutions. Greg, Father Time is undefeated, and every player has to make the decision when it's time to retire. How big a factor was age for you?
Well, you don't want to leave anything on the table, but your body will tell you when it's time. I know that was the case for me.
There's Siakam. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game. Deflects the pass. Stolen by Anderson. Van Vliet brings the double team. Stolen by Van Vliet. Fast break, Toronto. Barnes with the ball.
Doesn't get any easier than this for Barnes. An absolute problem in transition.
And stolen by Barnes. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. And we play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter.
Defense leading to offense. Another turnover and another basket.
And Scotty Barnes, the Rookie of the Year in 2022 in the NBA.
And you could argue he was maybe the biggest surprise of the 21 draft. Made a huge impact on the floor immediately. If you did a redraft of that class, he'd be closer to the top.
And plenty of contact on the shot. So, 2 free throws coming up. Greg, when you look at Toronto, they have a lot of length and defensive switchability.
They swarm opposing stars and tend to make it very difficult in those passing lanes. So a great profile for a modern NBA defense.
Pass to Banton. Achua with it. 3-pointer. The rebound by Anderson. Now here's Reed. Covered by Achua. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. The dunk by Achua.
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime.
Trying to become a better scorer on all 3 levels. This time, Anderson attacking the interior.
They swipe it. And now the Timberwolves on the break. A nice shot by McDaniels. McDaniels got his first basket of the night.
Trying to attack the heart of that defense with great teamwork.
Right side, Flynn. From deep. Rebound, Minnesota. About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. Down low. Boucher with the steal. And here is Achua. 9 points in the game so far. Boucher with the ball. And the Raptors can't hang on to the ball. There's a minute 47 left to play here in the second quarter. Here's McLaughlin. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Here's Anderson. It's hauled in by Achua. Stolen by Reed. Pass to McLaughlin. Back to Reed. Latrey. His second shot goes in. Off to a good start. 2 for 2. And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for Minnesota.
The way they've been going after steals in this game, it has been super impressive. They are wreaking havoc right now.
And the other thing, I love how they're playing up tonight, getting into ball handlers and forcing some turnovers.
And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
You see his length, the explosion, making sure of that one.
Pass to Achua. For the 3. And again, no good by Toronto.
more good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Had a success rate from the line last year of about 78%.
And the Timberwolves call time.
One shot. Timberwolves all time. Time to get up and make some noise for the Minnesota Timberwolves dancers. Give a round of applause to your Timberwolves dancers.
And that one falls for Boucher.
You know, from what I've heard, Chris Boucher has a great attitude about his game. And he always looking for ways to improve.
So, timeout called here, the first for Toronto. 27 seconds left here in the second. Reverses. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It goes on Taurean Prince.
You know, one of Fred VanVleet's greatest advantages is he can operate at different speeds and keep defenders off balance. He's living there tonight, a tough guy to guard without fouling. And the bonus, he's going to knock him down.
And Edwards with the stuff.
Using outstanding floor awareness there. Russell's ability to pick apart the defense and find the open man.
Pass to Barnes. Puts the move on. And it's Barnes slamming it down.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Nice to see Rudy Gobert assert himself on the offensive end. They would like to see more of this from Rudy.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Outside Edwards for the tie, and Gobert with the lay-in. 14 points for Rudy Gobert.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Barnes can't get it to go.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on it. And what a creative finisher. Edwards is so fast in how he gets up to throw it down.
Barnes outside. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Barnes has got the game tied up here for Toronto.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Let him decide whether to shoot it, whether to pass it. He's your catalyst right now.
And the #1 overall pick in 2015, Karl-Anthony Towns has been the franchise player in Minnesota, but out to prove he can be the cornerstone on a contender.
To the inside. Takes it out to Siakam. Back to Barnes. Yes, that goes in. Barnes has got 16.
Elevating his playmaking over time, Siakam recognizes when his teammates have clean looks.
Anunoby with it. He's picked up by Russell. VanVleet looking around. It's rebounded by Towns. Greg, in order for Towns to get the Wolves to where they want to go, and certainly where he wants to go, how does he take the next step?
For me, last season, an inconsistent playoff performance for Cat. He's got to make an imprint on the game, even when shots aren't falling.
Adding to this lead, he's been dependable and consistent at the offensive end.
Outside, Russell. Gobert down low. He's got 14. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Tremendous intensity from Gobert. He sees an opening and leaps up for a slam.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one is on Towns. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
And the assets traded by the Wolves for Rudy Gobert surprised a lot of people. In essence, 5 first-round picks points, 3 of them unprotected. They'd better hope this thing works out. A lot riding on it.
To the paint. Here's Achua. No good. Shot missing. And Minnesota will come the other way. Now Russell. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Pass to Reed. Fires for 3. Sinks the triple. Reed got the lead up to 3 now for the Timberwolves.
And showing he can make plays for others. Edwards moving it with conviction.
A dunk by Achua.
And you can see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. And you look at Anthony Edwards, and G.A., he is becoming the leader of this Timberwolves team, isn't he?
I think he is. I mean, partly it's his production with his numbers up across the board, but it's also his personality. He plays with tremendous swagger.
And Edwards drops them both.
The Raptors are only a few years removed from its championship in 2019. Boy, a lot has changed since then.
And a wide open look for Porter. Achua uses the glass to finish the layup. Achua's got 4 points this quarter.
Just a grinder. Always doing the dirty work on the offensive glass. And that's one of the things he brings to the table.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. A lot of change. Toronto is without some of the key pieces from that title team, and it wasn't that long ago. But, Greg, they haven't had to go through a full rebuild. There are some remaining parts.
Listen, the talent they have is still undeniable, and they've got a good mix of young up-and-comers and players in the prime of their career.
Here's McLaughlin. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Pass to Reed. 6 to shoot. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. This is his first free throw of the game. And the first one at the line is good.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
And last year, Minnesota had a tough end to their season. In their 10th playoff appearance, they made their 9th first-round exit.
Pass to Achua. And Jordan McLaughlin picks up the foul here. That'll be his second foul of the game. It's tipped. Now, here's Boucher. Clock at 6. Second chance effort.
Defensively for Anderson, it's all about positioning. Does a good job there holding his ground.
Seconds left in the third quarter. Inside. And Reed has it in the corner. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Stolen by McDaniels. And a great show through 3 quarters as we enter the fourth. Who will carry the day? Timberwolves lead by... We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. And so Anunoby will bring it up for the Raptors, trailing by 5. Rebound Minnesota. Following this one, they get to host the Rockets. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand. Outside, Towns. Siakam trying to free himself up. Towns, no luck. Russell. It's rebounded by Anunoby. Towns with the steal. Pass to Edwards. Oh, the lob to Gobert. And finished off by Gobert.
A much more physical player now than when he first entered the league. Gobert powered it home.
Here's Anunoby. Barnes outside. From outside the arc. They get it back. Here's Siakam. And finished off by Siakam.
Look at the effort from Pascal Siakam on the offensive glass. Keeping that play alive and finishing it.
Towns with the steal. Outside Edwards. And it's denied. Sent back by Siakam. Offensive rebound. Raptors trailed by 5. Barnes up top. To the middle. And Siakam throws it down.
You can't teach court awareness. Barnes understands when his guys are uncovered.
Here's Edwards. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Barnes outside. Siakam outside. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
And when you look at Pascal Siakam, he has only gotten better.
Yes, GA, having his best seasons the last 3 years, averaging over 20 points, and he's a rebounding machine. I think what you love about Pascal Siakam, he never stops working on his game, and he's self-motivated.
Edwards, that's good.
You know that he's always going to find a way to get the ball in tight situations like that and knock it down.
Pass to Siakam. On the wing, Barnes. Screen by Siakam. And finished off by Siakam.
And that's what you love seeing from your bigs. Siakam leaving no room for error with the jam.
Right side, Edwards. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. And that's 13 points for Anthony Edwards.
And the more experience Edwards gets, the better he'll become, especially when he's stepping up and hitting the big shots.
Here's Russell, and the slam dunk by Russell.
And that just may put the finishing touch on this one. Not at all a time to get sloppy with the ball.
Pass to Barnes. Trains it from beyond the arc. Barnes has got 10 points in just the second half.
Huge shot right there from Scotty. I love seeing him deliver in these situations.
The kick out to Towns. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Raptors trailed by 3. And a wide open look for Siakam. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. Minnesota with the ball. Outside Russell. Towns. Out to Russell. Just 4 to shoot. Now here's Gobert. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors will take it the other way. So far, we've seen them be a bit careless with the ball.
Simply put, out of control is how they play thus far. They're going to have to reel it in and show some more discipline. Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
This is why we all watch. The NBA is about these moments.
Russell. Good.
No, he didn't. I mean, Russell with the savage move there. Game on the line.
Pass to Siakam. Back to Barnes. To tie it up. And it's Russell with the rebound. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now. Again and again, they're not in the penalty yet.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game.
Here's Towns. Pass to Prince. Back to Towns. It counts.
Yeah, They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Reason why they've tightened up the vice grip a little more each time up the floor. We'll see if they can close this one out. I like what he's doing here. Terrific efficiency scoring the basketball.
So it's Minnesota taking the W in a close one. That was a fun night of basketball.